What if I told you there's a supplement sitting in millions of gym bags right now that was never designed for the gym? A supplement so powerful that in one study, it extended lifespan by the human equivalent of 7 years. And the wildest part? Most people taking it have no idea what it's actually doing inside their body. This isn't some expensive biohacking drug. This is creatine. And by the end of this video, you'll understand why scientists are now calling it one of the most underrated anti-aging molecules on the planet. But here's the catch. There's a dark side too, and most people don't know about it. Stay with me. This is going to change how you think about aging.
Welcome to Young Scientist School. Your scientific journey begins here.
First, let's start with the basics of creatine because most people get this completely wrong. Creatine is not a steroid. It's not a protein powder. Creatine is a natural molecule made up of 3 amino acids, arginine, glycine, and methionine. Your own body produces about 1 to 2 grams of it every day, mainly in your liver, kidneys, and pancreas. It's stored primarily in your muscles, and about 5% of your body's creatine is stored in your brain. Now here's what creatine actually does. Think of your cells like a phone. The battery that powers everything in your cells is called ATP, adenosine triphosphate. Every time your muscles contract, every time a neuron fires in your brain, every time your heart beats, it burns ATP. And ATP runs out fast. In intense activity, your ATP reserves last about 8 to 10 seconds. So what recharges the battery? It is creatine, specifically phosphocreatine, which is the stored form of creatine. It donates a phosphate molecule back to spent ATP, essentially recharging the battery. Now here's the part nobody tells you. As you age, your body produces less creatine. Your ATP recycling slows down. Your muscles get weaker. Your brain gets foggier. Before we talk about what creatine can do for aging, let's understand what aging actually does to your body, because it's more brutal than most people realize. After age 30, you start losing 3 to 8% of your muscle mass per decade. By age 60, that loss accelerates. This condition is known as sarcopenia, and it's one of the leading causes of falls, fractures, disability, and loss of independence in older adults. In the brain, things are even scarier. Your brain's energy demand is enormous. It uses about 20% of your total energy, despite being only 2% of your body weight. As you age, your brain cells become less efficient at producing ATP. Neurons start to struggle. The result? Memory loss, slower processing speed, and increased risk of diseases like Alzheimer's and Parkinson's. And then there's something called lipofuscin, often called the aging pigment. It's a yellowish-brown cellular waste product that accumulates inside your cells. Lipofuscin is literally the garbage your aging cells can't throw away anymore because the autophagy system, which is your body's natural recycling program, starts to break down. So now we have a picture. Weaker muscles, failing brain energy, cellular trash piling up. Is there anything that can address all 3 at once? This is where creatine enters the story, and the science is remarkable. In a study published in Neurobiology of Aging, researchers fed creatine to a group of aging mice throughout their lifespan. The results were shocking. The creatine-fed mice lived 9% longer in median healthy lifespan. Now, 9% might not sound like much for a mouse, but when you translate that to human years, that's roughly equivalent to over 7 additional years of healthy life. But lifespan wasn't only the most exciting part. Here's what else they found. Lipofuscin, that aging garbage we discussed before, was dramatically reduced in the brains of creatine-fed mice. Their cells were cleaner. Their waste disposal system, that is the autophagy system, was working better. Oxidative stress markers dropped significantly. The creatine was acting almost like an antioxidant, protecting cells from the free radical damage that accelerates aging. Brain function improved. The mice performed better on memory and learning tests. Genes associated with neuronal growth, neuroprotection, and learning got boosts in the creatine-fed mice group. Think about that for a second. A single, inexpensive supplement produced longer life, cleaner brain cells, better memory, and stronger neuroprotective gene expression. But these are mouse studies, not human trials. There is what scientists call a translational gap, which means effects in animals don't always perfectly translate to humans. So let's see what human studies showed.
A 2024 meta-analysis looking at multiple human trials found that creatine supplements significantly improved memory, attention, and processing speed, particularly in older adults and in individuals experiencing metabolic stress like sleep deprivation. Another 2026 study confirmed a positive relationship between creatine and cognition in healthy older adults, especially in the areas of memory and attention. One pilot study from the University of Kansas Medical Center focused on Alzheimer's patients. Scientists found that after taking creatine, patients showed better short-term memory and sharper decision-making. Their brain creatine levels went up by 11%. This proves that creatine doesn't just go to your muscles, it actually reaches your brain and recharges it with more energy. Studies showed that when older adults took creatine and did strength training, like lifting weights or doing body weight exercises, 8 to 12% increase in leg muscle thickness, improved functional mobility, like getting up from a chair, climbing stairs. Some studies report a doubling of strength gains when training is combined with creatine as compared to training alone. A 12-month study in postmenopausal women found that creatine plus weight-bearing exercise reduced bone loss by 1 to 2% annually. Creatine activates bone-forming cells while preventing bone breakdown. It's not just protecting muscles, it's protecting the entire skeletal framework.
Let's discuss the right way to take creatine.
The scientifically supported daily dose is 3 to 5 grams per day. That's about 1 teaspoon of creatine monohydrate, while 3 grams is usually enough for general fitness. Some protocols recommend a loading phase, 20 grams per day for 5 to 7 days, split into 4 doses, followed by the 3 to 5 gram maintenance dose. This saturates your muscles faster. However, for older adults, most researchers recommend skipping the loading phase. Just start with 3 to 5 grams daily, because the loading phase can cause water retention and mild GI discomfort. Long-term supplementation at 1 to 5 grams per day for up to 2 years has shown no significant adverse effects in studies. Honestly, timing doesn't matter as much as consistency. Take it at the same time every day to maintain saturated stores. Some research suggests taking it after exercise or with a meal might slightly enhance absorption because insulin helps drive creatine into muscle cells. If you're wondering, can I get creatine from food? Yes, but it's tough to hit therapeutic doses. Here is the list of some foods having creatine. So to get 5 grams from food alone, you'd need to eat roughly 1 kilogram of raw pork every single day. Not very practical. And cooking reduces creatine content further. This is why supplementation makes sense even for people who eat a lot of meat. And for vegetarians and vegans, supplementation is essentially the only reliable way to increase creatine stores, since plant-based foods contain virtually zero creatine.
Now let's have a look on the darker side. The supplement industry is not regulated by the FDA for purity and potency the way pharmaceuticals are. Independent lab testing has found that some creatine products contain harmful byproducts like dicyanodiamide, a precursor chemical that can break down into toxic hydrogen cyanide in your stomach's acidic environment. Symptoms include nausea, headaches, and in severe cases, confusion and vomiting. Heavy metals,
Lead, arsenic, cadmium, and mercury have been detected in lower quality creatine supplements. Elevated creatinine levels, indicating poor manufacturing and lower purity. So always buy creatine monohydrate with third-party testing certifications like NSF Certified for Sport, Informed Sport, BSCG. Look for 99.9% purity or higher. Don't buy the cheapest option you can find. You're literally putting this stuff inside your body. People with pre-existing kidney disease. Creatine increases creatinine levels, which can mask or worsen kidney issues. You should talk to your doctor first. People taking high caffeine doses, above 300 milligrams per day. Some research suggests this combination may reduce creatine's effectiveness and increase the risk of dehydration. People on certain medications. Creatine can interact with some drugs and elevate serum levels. Always consult a healthcare professional. You might gain 1 to 3 kilograms when you start creatine. Don't panic. This is water being pulled into your muscle cells, not fat. It's actually a sign the creatine is working. This intracellular water retention is part of how creatine supports muscle function. Now let's see why this is important for everyone. We spend billions of dollars on anti-aging creams, fancy supplements, and biohacking gadgets, and most of them have weak or no evidence behind them. Meanwhile, creatine monohydrate, one of the most studied supplements in history, is cost-effective and having over 500 peer-reviewed studies. And the evidence says it can increase muscle mass and strength in aging adults, improve memory, attention, and processing speed, reduce bone loss in postmenopausal women, lower the accumulation of aging pigment in brain cells, enhance mitochondrial function and cellular energy, potentially extend healthy lifespan. It's not a magic pill. It works best when combined with resistance training, exercise, and an active lifestyle. Sitting on your couch taking creatine will not make you feel 20 again. But creatine plus movement plus consistency, that's a formula backed by science. If you made it to the end, you now know more about creatine and aging than 99% of people who take it. You understand the science, you know the dosage, you know what to look for and what to avoid. The question is, are you going to act on it? Drop a comment below. Are you currently taking creatine? And if yes, did you know it had these effects on aging? If this video gave you value, smash that like button. It genuinely helps the channel. And subscribe so you don't miss the next deep dive.